Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of Your Take, My Take by John and Jacob. I'm John.
I'm Jacob.
And today we wanted to give you our Week 10 NFL picks for this upcoming week. But first, we always do a recap. And I'm proud to say that this week I won. It wasn't pretty for either one of us. Jacob was 7-7 in his Week 9 picks, and I was 8-6.
I gave you the free win.
So it comes back to the rightful owner.
You've never had it?
It's the rightful owner. You should have always stayed to me.
Rightful owner that's never had it?
So I have it. It looks much better on me, I know. So we want to give you our Week 10 picks, and we'll do a coin flip, and we'll start off Jacob.
Tails.
Oh, it's heads. So, Jacob, I'm going to let you start with the Thursday night game,
Okay.
and you can start that.
All right, Thursday night football game is Baltimore at Miami. This is pretty straightforward. I'm going to go with Baltimore. They've been playing really well. Miami's one of the worst teams in the NFL. They have an awful offense, and Baltimore has a pretty solid defense. Miami's got a good defense sometimes. They've been playing very inconsistent, but at the end of the day, I'm going to go with Baltimore.
I am also going to go with Baltimore at Miami. I think it's going to be closer than most people expect. I think Tua's coming back. Mm-hmm. I just don't love Baltimore very much, and I think they're better than Miami. But I think I don't love this game. I think Miami's going to put up a fight. They always do, but I think Baltimore is going to win in a pretty close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Mm-hmm. The next game we have Atlanta at Dallas. And I think this is going to be an exciting game. I think it's going to be a lot of offense. I don't think neither one of these defenses are anything to write home about. But I have Dallas winning this at Dallas. I think they have a bounce-back game after they put up a stinker against the Broncos. So I have Dallas winning that. And a lot of it depends on Dak. And I wonder if his leg is bothering him because he looked awful in Week 9. So I have Dallas beating the Falcons. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, which would be good for everyone who has fantasy players on either one of those teams.
Yeah, this could also be a bad game if you're playing against any of those fantasy people,
Yes,
which I am. But I'm going to go with Dallas. Last game might have been a fluke. But Dallas is pretty good. Their offense is really good. Dak might be banged up still. That concerns me a little bit, but I think at the end of the day, Dallas has a better offense. So I'm going to go with Dallas. Next game is the Jaguars at Indianapolis. I'm going to go with the Colts. Jaguars got a great win last week against the Bills. They didn't play great on offense, but they did play a good defense. The Colts they have a good offense, but they don't score. They don't have like a great red zone scoring percentage apparently, which was a little weird, but they score a lot of points still. But still, I'm going to go with the Colts just because I think they have a better overall team.
Yeah, I have the Colts winning this game too. Jacksonville had a very good game plan. They made other people besides Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs in their vertical passing game beat them. And Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, and all their other receivers didn't have enough to beat a very bad Jacksonville team. And so I have Jacksonville hanging in there. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Both defenses are going to be all right. Neither offense is that explosive, but I have the Colts winning that because they're overall just a better team at this point. I have faith in Urban Meyer. I think Urban Meyer is going to turn around that franchise. But I have the Colts winning this one. Mm-hmm. The next game is a close one. It's Cleveland versus New England. I'm not a big fan of either one, but I have New England winning that for three reasons. One, it's at home in New England. Two, I think Nick Chubb is going to be out. And three, Baker Mayfield sucks. And those are the three reasons why I don't like the Cleveland Browns. But I don't love the New England Patriots either, but I think they're going to win this at home.
I also went with New England.
Oh, why don't you stop copying me?
I have different reasons though.
Honestly, we do our picks separate from each other. Jacob, I think, cheats because I sometimes go and do something before we do these videos, and I think Jacob looks at my paper.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's not all the excuses, but I went with New England. New England's gonna start playing really well. I think Bill Belichick is realizing that the Bills are a beatable team. And this is the point of the season where he will do these coaching adjustments, and he will.
Cleveland.
Yeah, but they will What'd I say?
You said Bills are a beatable team.
Yeah, the Bills, they're in the same division.
Oh, okay. But they're playing Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're playing Cleveland. I think they're going to beat Cleveland. The Bills are in the same division. I'm just saying they're a beatable team and they could take the division, and that's what Bill Belichick's going to probably do. Baker sucks. This is at home. It's a weather game for them, but New England's going to win this game just because.
So you gave defense. The same reasons I did why the Browns will lose. Baker sucks, and it's a home game, weather game at New England. Okay, what's another reason why?
I said Bill Belichick's going to...
Okay, fine. Yeah. Fine. That's a different reason. Barely. But go on. And by the way, the New England Patriots will not beat the Bills for that.
Why not?
I'm just saying they won't.
They could get outcoached. It's possible. Next game is the Buffalo Bills at the Jets. This is another trap game, but if Mike White plays, I do believe the Jets...
He started.
They already named him starter. I might have to change it. I don't know, but I'm probably gonna still go with the Buffalo Bills. I am a believer in Mike White and Josh Johnson. I think those two are better quarterbacks than Zach Wilson.
Wow, you're a hater.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I like Zach Wilson. I just think
wait, how could you say you like Zach Wilson when you named Josh Jackson or Josh Johnson, who's a nobody, saying he's better than the number 2 pick in the NFL draft?
Did you watch that game?
I'm just saying he's not better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, well, NFL tape shows he is. Okay. But if Mike White's playing, this is gonna be an interesting game.
No, why are you so low on the Buffalo Bills now? Because they had one bad game.
No, I'm just saying, the Jets might surprise people. That's all I'm gonna say. But Buffalo, I think they're gonna win at the end of the day. They probably have a better defense and a better offense. But yeah.
I have the Bills winning. I don't think it's gonna be close. I think Mike White is doing well at the opportunity he has, but their future hinges still on Zach Wilson, and they need Zach Wilson to come back. You can't waste a number 2 draft pick and throw in these no names and hope that they might win you games, but if you're building for the future, you might as well start using the future. So I have the Bills winning this. I don't think it'll be close. I think the Bills had a bad game. I think they were surprised that I think they overlooked Jacksonville, but I think they were also surprised that Jacksonville had a perfect game plan to stop their explosive offense, where they played a cover 2 shell, and they did a very good job of stopping the vertical threat. But besides that, I like the Bills. I think the Bills are going to win this game. The next game is Detroit at Pittsburgh. I'm not going to talk much about it, but I
go with Detroit so I can get the free win this week.
I have Pittsburgh winning that one.
Oh my gosh!
If it was a more balanced game, and
what are you saying?
I'm just saying that Pittsburgh's a lot better. If they were playing other teams that had a losing record, maybe I would pick Detroit. But Pittsburgh's not great. But they're playing at Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's defense is flying around and playing well. And let's be honest, Jared Goff is terrible. And I can go on and give you a whole episode of why the Lions are falling apart, but I'm not going to. But I'm just going to say
they're now falling apart?
No, I'm just, yeah.
They've been falling apart for years.
Don't you dare. But, yes, Pittsburgh winning this game. Sorry, Lions fans. Including myself.
Yeah, I'm going to go, sorry, Lions fans.
You can't call yourself a Lions fan. You've never voted for the Lions.
I have. Detroit Lions' peak ceiling is playing competitive against teams, not winning, but playing competitive against them.
They haven't done that in the last couple games.
But they did that against some solid teams. The young 49ers team before they all got injured, and then the Baltimore Ravens. But I think Detroit will somewhat stick in this game for maybe 2 quarters, and then Pittsburgh will just end up killing them. Pittsburgh played; they should have lost. I personally believe against the Bears.
Well, that was the difference between our last week's picks.
And the Bears aren't that good either. But I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I just think they have a better team than the Lions. Ooh, this is a good game. New Orleans Saints at Tennessee. Tennessee just beat the Rams. They beat them on an off day. Still, the Rams, they're not that good still.
They're good.
But I'm going to go with Tennessee. I think they're playing well. They're not running the ball a lot with Derrick Henry, but they've realized that they have 2 good receivers. And they're going to start throwing. Well, they have been throwing to them. And from that, they've been playing very well on offense and defense. And from that, I'm going to go with Tennessee.
He's wrong on this one.
You're really going
I have
with
New
the
Orleans
Saints?
winning at Tennessee Titans. I think
Jameis is out.
I don't care. I think New Orleans defense is very good. And I think the Rams defense is slightly overrated. And I also think that people didn't really know how to game plan for Tennessee without Derrick Henry. But now people have seen what they're going to do. And I think and here's another thing. Julio Jones and AJ Brown, they could both be hurt anytime. They're fragile human beings. And so
Both freaks of nature, though.
Granted, they're athletic freaks, but they're fragile. And so do I think they're going to sustain 2 full games without getting hurt? I don't think that. I think the odds are they're not going to. And so I have New Orleans winning this game. I think it's a bounce back game for New Orleans. And I think New Orleans is very well rounded offensively. And I think Kamara's having a big year. So I have New Orleans winning a close one. But I think people are going to figure out Tennessee Titans how to play them without Derrick Henry.
Oh, that's how I'm going to win this week.
All right.
Keep going.
All right. The next game we had Tampa Bay at Washington. We won't go into this. Tampa Bay is going to beat Washington. Won't even be close.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's going to win. Terry McLaurin better have a good fantasy day. That's all I'm going to say. Tampa Bay's going to win.
Gibson, too. You better give me some garbage points in the end.
Next game is the Carolina Panthers at Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals just destroyed the 49ers with their practice squad. Cardinals should be...
That's true.
They should be fully healthy. And that's all I'm going to say. Carolina's Sam Darnold's out for a few weeks, I heard.
Which only benefits Carolina, though.
That means DJ Moore's will probably get more targets that aren't above his head.
I was hoping that Darnold would play because he's playing so bad that actually it's an advantage that he would play. And by the way, Jacob's right. When Andy Isabella is in the Arizona Cardinals lineup and he plays a few downs, that means that we have really gone down to the end of the bench to play people. But in this game, I have Arizona winning, and I have them winning handily. I just think the only thing we need to do is control Christian McCaffrey. I think they're going to force feed him a lot more this week than they did last week. Mm-hmm. And so we control Christian McCaffrey and make them try to beat us on the perimeter and also in the air game. We should pretty much handle them. But I'm always weary of these games because it's hard to game plan for a team that is in a state of disarray. And it is harder. And when you know they're running consistent offense and a consistent personnel, it's easier to game plan for that than an unknown. I think that's what happened to the Titans last week. That's why they beat the Rams, is the Rams were a little bit surprised by that.
I still think James Conner's going to go off this game, too.
James Conner's
the way
like
to beat the Carolina defense is to run the ball.
Carolina's defense is pretty good, too, though.
Yeah. That's why I think they'll maybe do something. But I just think their offense is in shambles right now. Is it my turn to do the next game?
Minnesota.
Okay, the next game is Minnesota at the Chargers. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Minnesota is going to keep this competitive until the fourth quarter, then they're going to lose. So, since I said
Some point they're going to lose.
Yes. Since that, Chargers.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that assessment. The funny thing is they'll probably jump up to a 7 to 14 point lead and somehow lose it like they do every week. If I was a Vikings fan, it's probably hard to be a Vikings fan right now.
Or a Minnesota fan.
That's what I'm saying, a Vikings fan.
Yeah.
Than a Detroit fan. Detroit, we know we're expected to lose, and we don't really put up a huge fight. The Vikings, they should win every single game. They've been in every single game, and every time they lose it, they choke. And so, yeah, I agree. I think the Chargers are going to win. And it's going to be a close game, and then the Vikings will find a way to lose.
That's mine. Yeah.
All right, the next game I have Philly at Denver. I have Denver winning this. I think Denver's better than Jacob thinks he is. And Jacob's personal hatred and bias towards him blinds his ability to see that Denver has a pretty good, well-balanced offense, and they have a pretty good defense. And so, and it's in Denver. I think it's harder to play in Denver than people think because it's high, and it's people lack oxygen in that kind of. If you haven't played that, it's harder to play in that kind of atmosphere. So I have Denver winning this, and I think Denver's a legitimate threat to win that division. They're 5-4, and they're right with everybody else. And so I think they'll win this game, and I don't know if it will even be close.
Well, I have a different view of this game. I think that both offenses aren't that good, but I think both defenses are legit.
Teddy Bridgewater is not bad.
Steady Teddy won't win you games, but he won't lose them.
But he has playmakers.
That's what Jalen Hurts.
But he has playmakers. He has Judy, Fant, Patrick, and 2 good running backs.
I know you just said that, but it sounded like injury prone.
Yeah, but they're all playing right now.
They all can get hurt at any time though.
Yeah, but
same with Sutton. What happened to that guy? He's always hurt.
I didn't even mention him because he's still hurt.
Yeah. I think this will be a low-scoring game. I hope Jalen Hurts plays well. He's been playing well, but he's been doing a lot of handoffs. Just take it into the end zone yourself.
He can't. His body's wearing out. He's welcome to the NFL, Jalen Hurts. You can't be a running quarterback all the time in the NFL because your body will break down. Go ask Vince Young. Go ask any of these running quarterbacks. Their body breaks down. And Jalen Hurts has realized in the NFL, there's a legitimate big boy monsters coming at you every single week. And you can't run like that. You can't. Your body won't hold up. Look at Kyler. He's already starting to break down a little.
Yeah, that's just maybe because he's 5'5". But
easy. Wow.
Well, no, it's just a joke. But this is a hard game for me. I just think Philly's not going to win this game. I think they're going to find a way to lose. It pains me to say this, but this hurt me last week. If I would have gone with Denver, I think I would have won or tied at least. But I'm going to go with Denver this week. The next game should be this should be an interesting game. Seattle at Green Bay. I don't know. Is Aaron Rodgers going to play this week?
Yeah.
He is going to play this week. So I'm going to go with Green Bay. Russell Wilson's coming back. We don't know how they're going to play. I think that Green Bay will always be up in this game, and Seattle's going to have to be playing to catch up to them. And I just think at the end that Russell Wilson coming back from an injury won't be able to do it. I think that they are going to play really well at the end of the season to try and make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to win this week.
I think this is going to be a really close game, and the only reason why I have this coming back for Green Bay to win this game is because I think it's at Green Bay. But I think the injury to Russell Wilson and the hand injury could be a blessing in disguise for the Seattle fans because this is typically the time that his body breaks down, where Russell puts up MVP numbers for the first 8-9 weeks, and then his body breaks down because his offensive line is terrible. But he's well rested. And we know what he can do when he's well rested and not hurt. He wings it. And so I think it's going to be really close. This is a really tough game for me because I think Seattle's going to come out with fire and they're going to have their leader back. They're going to have, I think they're going to have a lot of juice. I just don't think it's enough to win at Green Bay. So I have Green Bay winning that. The next game, I'm going to switch this because this is the upset. If you're going to do an upset pick, this is it. Kansas City at Las Vegas. It's at Las Vegas. I don't love Kansas City until they can figure out how to beat the cover 2 shell and have other guys win. Because what they're doing right now is they're shutting down Tyreek.
They might have Odell by the end of this week,
and that's another reason why they'll lose. Because Odell is a cancer to every team. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about them right now. They haven't figured out how to win against defenses that stop their deep plays and their big plays. If they can't figure that out, Mahomes is going to look human. Mahomes has looked very average. You know why? Because they're letting him have 5-6 yard dinks, dink patterns, and they're not. The other people that are catching it, they're not making plays. And eventually, they're saying, "I'll let you have these little plays." But eventually, what happens is they miss a couple, have penalties, and it drives them back, and they don't have big plays to make it up. They're losing, and so. This is my upset pick. I'm going to have Las Vegas beating Kansas City Chiefs.
Interesting. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I think they're going to make a strong push. They're definitely in the playoff picture, and they are in the playoff picture.
Barely.
But I think they're just too talented not to play at their play.
You can't say that anymore. They have talented players.
They have the number 1 tight end.
Yeah, and he's been shut down this season. Tyreek Hill's been shut down on big plays. So the next thing you have is Hardman and all these other secondary players.
I have faith in them this game.
And their running back's still hurt.
I think their running back right now is better than
Clyde Edwards. Clyde Edwards is way better.
Clyde Edwards is 5'5" too.
Yeah,
and you
he's
can't
a
be a
good running
5'5" running back.
If he can cut down his fumbles, he's a very good NFL running back.
You can't be a running back that fumbles a lot and expect to be a good running back for a team and play a lot.
Okay.
Just look at Ronald Jones.
When are you jumping off their bandwagon?
I'm not going to jump off their bandwagon for a while.
They're 5-4 in a weak division.
Did we not have videos about how they were the best division?
Well,
man, that turned around quick.
Well, at
Am
one
I right?
time they were.
No.
Yes, they were at one time.
I am strong to the NFC West, not the AFC West. Okay. I've always been to it, and you guys were doubting me, but now look. You can go back and watch the videos. I'm always right about this.
Okay.
I think the Chiefs are going to win. I just think that since Henry Ruggs is gone, I
won't say anything bad.
No jokes today, but I think that took away a deep play threat. They're relying on Hunter Renfrow. Just Hunter Renfrow. Darren Waller.
He's a mini Cooper Kupp.
Darren Waller's been taken away. I think he does go off this game just because how bad the Chiefs. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I like the Chiefs in these kind of situations.
Upset. That's if you're going to pick an upset, this is the upset to pick.
All right.
Okay, Monday night
game is the LA Rams at the 49ers. The 49ers might not have a fully rostered team that's healthy at the end of this game. That's all I'm going to say. I think LA Rams just have a better overall team. Their defense isn't that good, but...
Who, the 49ers?
The 49ers isn't that good. The Rams is, like we said, overrated. The offense is hit or miss, but it's usually been hit, and I'm just going to go with the Rams.
All right. So I have the Rams winning this one, too, but I think it's going to be closer than Jacob thinks it is. Here's the thing. I've seen Matt Stafford play since he was a rookie at the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
The way to beat him is to disrupt his inner clock in his head. So what you need to do, I would do this for every single time I play Matthew Stafford. You need to have, I don't care if you get a roughing the passer, or you need to hit him hard in the beginning of the game, and internally he gets happy feet and he makes mistakes. And that's what happens. Bosa, whoever is on the other side, Fred Warner, you need to come in there and smack him once hard, and his internal clock speeds up, and he's not nearly as effective. If you give him time and don't pressure him, he will shred you apart.
He will.
But if you put pressure on him and you make him think about the pressure, he starts freezing up. And that's his MO. Watch his games. When he struggles, he's got happy feet. He's like dancing out in the backfield with nobody and thinking, oh, I'm going to get hit. I'm going to hit it. And I've seen him enough to say that. And I like Matt Stafford, but I know how to beat Matt Stafford. And that's how you do it. And so I have the Rams winning still. I think the 49ers just aren't very good right now.
They're not.
But the Rams are pretty good. And so I have the Rams winning that game. So as you can see, our picks are very similar. I have some upsets. Jacob just went straight down the board for favorites. But
No, I didn't.
But I hope you guys enjoyed.
Oh, maybe I did.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed our episode 29 of Your Take, My Take by John and Jacob. I'm John.
I'm Jacob.
And I hope you guys like it. We love the NFL season. I hope you guys like this video. Please comment and subscribe when you have a chance. Thanks.